Hi everyone, welcome to Watergoddess Tarot. So the topic for today is, how are people seeing you currently? This is a suggested topic, so if you want me to cover your topics, then don't forget to mention what you want to see in the comments below. So now for that we have three options. You can see three images on the screen. I'll show you the close-ups as well. This is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. And this is pile number 3. You can pause the video, take your time, meditate on which pile you want to choose, and let's just begin with pile number 1. Hi pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out as to how are people seeing you currently. So for that we have 5 of Wands, aromatherapy, Pluto, that says your ability to transform, take a big leap forward in rebirth. Then we have Atman in reversed, and the last card we have is guilt. Alright, I'll place it here. So now when it comes to people seeing you currently, people are seeing you to be somebody who is working very, very hard when it comes to you upgrading your entire life. All right, they are seeing you to be somebody who is a jack of all trades, who has multiple sources of income, or you are somebody who is trying to create multiple sources of income. All right, and this is how people are seeing you. They also see you to be somebody who is very passionate, who has a lot of fire inside of them to do something really big in life. Also, you are, there is so much of mystery to your personality. Let me tell you that there are a lot of people who are keeping tabs on you. There are a lot of people who want to actually know what is happening behind the scenes, because they know that you're doing a lot, but you're not showing all your cards. This is how people are seeing you. People are seeing you to be somebody who is becoming the king or the queen of their life, and they're working really, really hard. You have gone either low profile, or this is how people are, kind of seeing you. Even if you're somebody who posts a lot on social media, then too, you're very selective about what you're posting. Maybe you're just posting the fun parts and you're not posting your hustle and stuff like that. But then still, people do know that you are a hard worker, and there is a lot that you're doing with your life, which you are not telling them, okay? People at this point of time are seeing you to be somebody who is actually a jack of all trades, or who is trying to be a jack of all trades. You are somebody who's working towards multiple goals at this point of time. So maybe you're somebody who has multiple streams of income, or you are trying to create multiple streams of income. And even if you're not, this is how people are seeing you to be. People are kind of thinking that, this person is not just working towards one goal. This person is investing a lot of time, effort, and money in different areas of their life, and they are in full swing when it comes to them upgrading their entire life. And I'm just getting this message that you're somebody who wants to, become the sun. All right, you want to be the center of attention, and you're doing everything possible to come on top. You're doing everything possible to be that number one, all right? And this is how people are seeing you to be. Now, another message that I'm getting is people are seeing you to be somebody who is transforming beautifully, or who has transformed beautifully. So there are people from your past who are keeping tabs on you, and they are amazed, they are shocked as to how much you've changed. You've changed as a person like never before. You were so naive at one point of time. You were that kind of a person who was very easy to manipulate. You were that kind of a person who was an overgiver. But now people are seeing you to be somebody who has healthy boundaries, who knows when to say no. Now you're not that kind of a person who can be put in a guilt trip. Now you're not that kind of a person who can be manipulated emotionally. Now you know as to where you stand and where you have to take your own stand, and people are kind of shocked as to how much you've changed. They are wondering as to from where have you got so much of inner strength. And let me tell you, these people who have known you for 5 years, for 10 years, for 7 years, these people are literally looking at your social media or kind of, trying to gather information about you, and they are not able to sleep at night because they are wondering as to what the hell did you do that you have transformed into this new person altogether whom they cannot mess with anymore. And this can very well be an ex of yours who was very toxic, all right? Or people from the past, your friends whom you are in no communication with at this point of time. Because I'm getting this strong energy of people from the past who are kind of observing you at this point of time, and they are in shock because you have not just had an energetic glow up, but you're somebody who has also had a physical glow up. But they are more shocked as to how beautifully you've transformed energetically, how you've evolved spiritually, and how different you are at this point of time. I mean, you are a no BS person at this point of time, and it is not possible to fool you, all right? It is not possible to fool you. Your heart is still the same. You're still that softy, but now you know as to who you should give your heart to. Earlier, you were the first person who even, used to sacrifice yourself for everybody. You've actually allowed people to walk all over you in the past, but now that's not the case anymore. Now nobody can mess with you. Now nobody can fool you. Nobody can play with your heart. Nobody can, kind of play with your brain and stuff like that. And the people in the now who don't know you very well, they are seeing you to be somebody who is just working towards your success. And people are literally vouching for your success. Let me tell you that. If you don't believe in yourself, there are so many people who know that you're meant to do something big, and they are kind of, waiting for you to explode and reveal some kind of a good news when it comes to your achievements, because there are a lot of people who look up to you. There are a lot of people who know that you're meant to do big things in life. You are coming across to be somebody who has a lot of fire at this point of time, and everybody, even if that person doesn't know you that well, every single person from your past, your present, all right, these people, they know that they should approach you with caution, and if they want to take a step towards you, it has to be in a way that is very, very genuine. Otherwise, you will surely reject them. People are kind of intimidated by your energy. Let me tell you that, pile number one. And there are a lot of people who want to kind of approach you, but they are very scared of rejection because you're somebody who has very high standards, or you're actually coming across to be somebody who has very, very high standards, and you are a don't mess with me kind of a person, all right? So your energy is very strong at this point of time. It's very, very masculine. But people also know that behind this masculinity is somebody who is very, very feminine, who has a huge heart, who is very well connected to their feminine inside of them, all right? So people know this about you, and they really want to explore your feminine side, but they know that if they want to, tap into that feminine side, they need to meet you at that point where you would actually allow them into your life. So you have your boundaries, you have your walls up, And it takes time for you to, kind of trust people and let them in, because you've been hurt in the past. And people are actually seeing you in a very high light. And you're evolving. Everybody can see that. Everybody can see that you are somebody who loves change. You are somebody who changes very, very frequently. I mean, you're somebody who doesn't just change physically. You're somebody who changes emotionally, spiritually. I mean, you keep on changing and you enjoy that change. It comes very naturally to you. So you might even not be aware as to how frequently you change, but this is how people are seeing you at this point of time. And they are kind of amazed by the fact that you're so open to changes, because not everybody is. People like to be in their comfort zone, but you're somebody who performs very well when there is a challenge, when there is some kind of change, when there is, something new to look forward to. And that is how people are seeing you at this point of time. People are seeing you to be somebody who has gone through a lot. So even if you don't reveal everything about yourself, there is something about your journey, your energy, the way you express yourself, whatever information you put out in public or whenever you're talking to people in general, they can make this sense out of you that you are somebody who has gone through a lot of pain in your life. You've been through trauma, you've been through depression, anxiety, you've been through your low phases, you've been through the dark night of the soul, and you've come out of it beautifully. You have reached that place in your life where you have spent a lot of years on, working on yourself, and you've done a pretty good job. And I'm again telling you, there are a lot of people who look up to you, who look up to the strength that you have, and you have a lot of admirers. There are a lot of people who respect you. And I just feel that whatever you have been through in these years, you have managed to come closer to the spirit world. You've managed to, just take that dive into spirituality, and people can see that vibe of spirituality around you, and they know that it is with the help of the universe, with the help of the source, God, whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in, that you were able to deal with whatever mess was in your life. And it wasn't easy. You've been through some pretty tough stuff in your life, especially emotionally, okay, pal number one? And now you've reached that point in your life where, you've become a bit easy on yourself, where you've become a bit more childlike, where you have kind of surrendered to the universe, where you are just your favorite human being. I can say that you're that kind of a person. You love yourself, and it took a lot of effort for you to kind of reach that stage where you can proudly choose yourself first without feeling guilty about it. And I know how it feels. It takes a lot of effort, especially for people who are naturally very giving. It is very, very difficult. But then that's about it. I mean, you've done such a good job. Now, another message that I have for you is that people are seeing you to be somebody who is kind of very high maintenance, let me tell you that. Because you look good. There's something about the way you smell, or the perfumes that you use, or the way your house or your room smells. So if there are people who often, visit your place, or if you have friends who come over frequently, then it is your friends who kind of think that, you smell very good. You are somebody who is very, very expensive, or who has a very expensive taste. And people who don't know you that well, they assume that you are very, you're very expensive. This is the constant, word that I'm getting, that pile number 1 is very expensive. They use very expensive perfumes. They are always smelling good. You also might be somebody who wears crystals. So people see you to be somebody who loves crystals, who believes in crystals. You like to keep plants, and your room is always smelling good. You are always smelling good. You're always looking pretty. You're always looking handsome. And there is this charm when it comes to your face, which is unmatched and it is inexplainable. And that is what people are talking about you at this point of time. People are seeing you to be somebody who's a catch, and for them to, get to you, they need to put in a lot of effort. And whatever your current vibration is, you are only going to attract those men and women who are kind of genuinely interested in associating themselves with you, because your energy is only accepting high value people in your life at this point of time. All right, so this is what I have for you, and this is how people are seeing you currently. So if you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out as to how are people seeing you currently. So for you we have Queen of Swords, Faith, Make an Altar, Ganesha upright. We have Sagittarius that talks about power, superior confidence and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune and authority. All right. Your energy is very spicy, okay? At this point of time, people are scared of you. They are not just intimidated, okay? They are more than intimidated, because they know that your biggest weapon is your mouth. You've got a slick mouth, and oh my God, the way you talk, the way you put people in their place, it is something that scares people, and also you end up attracting people because of that. I don't know how much sense this is making, pile number 2, but there is definitely something about your voice, something about the way you articulate, the way you talk, the way you get angry, the way you put people in their place, the way you just, give your opinions, the way you take a stand for yourself, not just for yourself, but also for somebody who's not capable enough to speak for themselves. And this is so damn powerful. Let me tell you that people see you to be somebody, or actually are seeing you to be somebody who shouldn't be messed with, because you are very, very powerful when it comes to cutting people with your words. You don't have to do anything, you just have to talk. People are scared to, pick up a fight with you, especially a verbal spat. Nobody can win when it comes to you, let me tell you that. And I'm just laughing at this point of time, because this is not an aggressive energy. This is a very cute energy that I can sense from your pile. I just feel that you're not, I just feel that you're somebody who's not very tall, but you look very, very sexy when you're angry. I'm just channeling. People find you to be very sexy. You are turning people on by the way you get angry, all right? You're attracting a lot of romantic interests because you have this fire, because you have this energy that, you know what? I dare you. You better come straight or I'll just show you who I am. I'm just getting this very spicy kind of an energy from you, pile number 2, which is very, very cute. But that doesn't mean that people don't take you seriously, because you are so intelligent. You're so knowledgeable. You're so intellectual. And you're very, very wise. Okay, so you're this entire package. You're well educated as well. I'm just getting this, that I am talking to somebody who is very well versed. I mean, the way you communicate, the way you present yourself, you're very, very polished, pile number 2. And your energy is very polished. You are coming across to be somebody who is very different. And people are seeing you in that light. You might be somebody who is wise beyond your years, because there is something with your voice, with what you speak, with how you communicate. You might be a speaker, a motivator, a life coach, or there is a lot of wisdom that is inside of you, that a lot of people count on you, a lot of people depend on you, a lot of people take your advice very seriously. So people are seeing you to be somebody whom they can come to when they need some solid advice in their life. You're somebody whom people can lean on. You are that friend who is always going to tell the truth. So if you are, dealing with a friend who is showing you kind of, say, 2 options when it comes to the dress, if the dress is not looking nice, you will be the first person who's going to tell your friend that, you know what, this green dress is not looking good on you, just go for the red one. You are not somebody who's going to people please, and this is how people are seeing you at this point of time, that you're not a people pleaser. You are that kind of a person who has the guts to speak their truth. You are somebody who's not scared of even authority figures. You know what you're talking about. So you're not just that kind of a person who's just going to blabber just because you are, fond of talking, or you can't be defeated when it comes to, you arguing with people. That's not the case. The case is that when you talk sense. And as I said before, there is something about your voice, okay? So you might be a singer, or people think that you've got a very seductive voice, or there is something about your voice that is very, very attractive. You're very dependable, pile number 2. People are seeing you to be somebody who's very dependable, whom they can depend on. You're very good with secrets. So people literally want to, come and tell you their entire life history without feeling any kind of an inhibition that, should I share my life story with him or her? Everybody feels that their secrets are safe with you. You are that kind of a person. That is your current energy. That is your vibe, where you're attracting people and you make people feel at home. So you might very well be a therapist or a healer, a psychologist. I mean, there is something about you which is very inviting, in spite of the fact that you're so outspoken. Because, a lot of people look up to you. Let me tell you that. A lot of people look up to you because they know that when you're being tough, you're just giving them tough love. You are not just being blunt. You're not being rude. You're just giving them tough love because maybe that is what they need at that point of time. Currently, people are seeing you to be somebody who's very, very powerful. There is so much of confidence to your personality, to your aura. There's so much of energy that you exude. With that energy, there's a lot of calmness too. So your energy is very, very grounded. In spite of you having so much fire in your aura, there is something about you which makes people feel at home, which makes people feel very comfortable around you. All right. Also, People are seeing you to be somebody who's very, very lucky because they are seeing you attracting a lot of abundance and prosperity. So they don't see the hard work that you have put in all this while. They are just seeing how you're enjoying your life, how you are maybe just, going out, celebrating more as compared to before, or you are just, pampering yourself and stuff like that. However people are watching you, wherever people are watching you, I mean, people are seeing you to be somebody who's naturally blessed. They are kind of ignoring your efforts that you've put in, but that's okay. That is just their perception of you. It shouldn't really matter. At the end of the day, the fact is that you are abundant, you are prosperous, the spirit world got your back. And yes, all of this, if they are just, terming it as you being lucky, so be it. Yes, just say out loud, yes, I am lucky, and only good things happen to me. Because that is how you're attracting more of it, all right? People are also seeing you to be somebody who's a very good, as I said before, you could be a coach, you could be a speaker, because you have that leadership quality. When you are confident enough to put even an authority figure in their place, that means that, boss, you got something inside of you, and this is what you are all about. You are a firecracker. You're a very solid person, let me tell you that. And people respect you. They might not like your approach. They might find you, difficult. They might term you as difficult. But let me tell you, you are not difficult. They are not used to people being the way that you are. And you are exactly the way you should be. I'm telling you that, pile number 2. Because we need more people like you. So kudos to you for that, for maintaining your dignity. All right? People are seeing you to be somebody who has kind of blind faith. So they just feel that you know how this manifestation culture works. You know how spells work. Maybe they see you to be somebody who's into witchcraft, or they see you to be somebody who is a witch. And I'm talking about you being a white witch right now. All right. So yes. So they are seeing you to be somebody who's into all this stuff, and they just feel that you are not doing anything. You are just co-creating with the universe without putting in any effort. All right. And they just feel that you have got a lot of, whatever you've got in life, it has just been given to you on a silver platter. This is a very strong energy, and a lot of people are jealous. A lot of people are jealous of you. I don't know what you do. I don't know how your life is at this point of time, but currently people are very, very jealous of you, and you should definitely keep yourself protected, because people are kind of sending you evil eye because they are not able to digest the fact that so many good things are happening with you. You have the blessings of your ancestors, and this is what people notice. Maybe you're somebody who has psychic gifts, and people know that you are somebody who is a reader, who is into this healing industry. So people are aware about all these facts, and they are kind of amazed, and they are seeing how things are working out in your life, how tables have turned in your life, and however, you have changed the course of your life. I just feel that you have made some changes when it comes to your career. Maybe you were into some kind of a job or another profession, and you have changed your profession to, just you coming into the healing industry, or you are planning to do something of this sort. Then people are noticing this about you, and people are noticing how this decision of yours has worked out beautifully for you, or is going to work out beautifully for you in the future as well. As I said before, people do feel that, you are somewhere connected to just kind of this magical world of fairies, of just spell work, you're working with the moon cycles, you're working with crystals, you're working with gods and goddesses, you just, kind of doing certain rituals, which is kind of clearing all the obstacles that are there on your path, and you are just paving your way and moving closer to your success. So people are kind of right now basically talking about you and your connection with the spirit world, and they cannot stop talking about it because they feel that everything that you're getting in your life is because of spirituality and how you have kind of cracked that code. I mean, it is kind of funny to me because I know that this is not the case, but then this is how people are kind of currently seeing you, okay? People also feel that you are somebody who's very well connected to God. Maybe you're somebody who talks a lot about God, or you have clearly, just on your social media handles, you're always posting quotes that are related to the universe, that are related to how God works wonderfully for you and how you have, always received support from God and stuff like that. Or you might also be somebody who's kind of religious. You believe in, a particular god or a goddess, and you take out time to pray, you take out time to do certain rituals, and people can actually see as to how blessed you are. Especially Lord Ganesha has come to bless your reading. Alright, so whosoever believes in Lord Ganesha, let me tell you that Lord Ganesha is genuinely blessing you at this point of time. He is supporting you, he got your back. And for the fact, people are not that wrong also, because whatever obstacles have been placed in your path, Lord Ganesha is actually working behind the scenes and clearing those obstacles for you, because I feel that you believe in Lord Ganesha. Maybe you're somebody who regularly prays to Lord Ganesha, you connect with his energy very, very well, and he is kind of blessing you with Lord of abundance and prosperity in the coming days. He already has, but in the coming days, I just feel that he is going to kind of bless you with a lot more, and people are aware about this fact that you're only going to go forward from here. You're not going to come back. You are not going to fall flat on your face. So people are kind of worried that, look at this person. This person is just only marching towards, their success. They are just marching towards their end goal, and they are almost on their way to reaching the pinnacle of their success. And this is what everybody is kind of talking about, or they have their eyes on you. And I also feel that there was a time in your life, pile number 2, when you were very impulsive, all right? But now you have kind of calmed your nerves, and you've reached that point in your life where you don't react, but you respond, okay? So a lot has changed when it comes to your impulsive nature, which is kind of helping you in attracting even more luck and abundance into your life. And this is what people are seeing. So people who have kind of known you for years, they can see how much, you have just kind of not exactly become lukewarm, but you have become that, I'm not getting the exact word that I want to use at this point of time, but you've become very calm. You've kind of surrendered because you've understood how the universe works. I just feel that people, I know that this is not the reading when it comes to why are people jealous of you, but I'm getting this message again and again that there is somebody, or there is a certain group of people who are kind of jealous of you for the fact that you have so much of faith in the unknown. You have so much of faith in the universe, in God, all right? And this message is coming time and again. Now, my advice to you would be to continue with whatever you're doing, because you genuinely have a very beautiful connection with the higher realms. You genuinely share a very beautiful bond with Lord Ganesha, with any god or goddess that you believe in, with your spirit team, your spirit guides, your ancestors. You should continue to walk down the same path, and you will see, you will genuinely be able to attract whatever you've been wanting to manifest for yourself. And these people are kind of intimidated with your manifestation skills as well, because I can also see that you are somebody who has got some kick-ass manifestation skills. All right, you are a very powerful manifestor. So that's about it, pile number 2. I think that is how people see you. And even if they feel that you're lucky, as I said before, yes, you are. You're just attracting more luck into your life. And let them just say whatever they want to. You keep on building up, you keep on living your life, and you keep on elevating and just becoming the best version and manifesting the best life for yourself. Alright, so with this we come to the end of your reading. If you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Alright, pile number 3. Now let's just figure out as to how are people seeing you currently. So for that we have Page of Cups, Satya upright, positive affirmations, the 10th house, and release. So now you are somebody who has a lot of love to give. All right, you could be a Pisces, or Pisces could be present very strongly in your chart, because I can see somebody who is a dreamer. All right, and even if it's not present, then you definitely have the qualities of a Pisces for sure. So yes, now coming back to your reading, people are seeing you to be somebody who is in love with the idea of love itself. You are a walking love bomb. I don't know how much this statement is going to make sense to you, but you definitely are a walking love bomb. And I'm calling you a love bomb because you have so much of love to give. You have so much of love to give. You love everything. You love yourself, you love plants, you love animals, you love food, you love music, you love nature, you love trees. I mean, what is it that you don't love? You are so cute, pile number 3, and you're very, very, very pure. People might assume you to be naive, but you're not naive. You're a very pure soul, okay? And people are currently seeing you to be somebody who is a bit naive, who is kind of a wishy-washy, who is a hopeless romantic, who is kind of not sure as to what they want in their life, but in reality, you're somebody who's very pure. And I just want to give you a big bear hug, because you've got a very beautiful aura and your inner child is very, very pure. There's something so sweet about you. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I'm telling you, my heart is feeling full at this point of time when I'm channeling. So pile 2 was very, very peppy and just upbeat, and you're very awe kind of a pile. How do I say that? When you look at something cute, you're like, oh, you're so cute. And that is what you are. You're so damn cute. And people see you to be cute. They like it when you are, this cute little thing who is kind of confused, who's in love with love, just looking at the moon, waiting for love to enter their life, a hopeless romantic, just building castles in the air, daydreaming about somebody, their prince charming or their princess to enter into their life and stuff like that. I mean, but then that is what you are. That is what you are. You're not naive. You might be to a certain extent, but then you're genuine, is what I'd say. All right? So currently, people are seeing you to be somebody who they find very good looking. All right? There's this something about your face which is very angelic. You look younger than your age, and there is a lot of softness and a lot of charm to your face, in the sense that you look very pure. If I can define you in one word, pile number 3, it's just simply you are pure. And that is how people are seeing you at this point of time. That, oh my God, this guy, this girl looks so cute, they look so pure, they look so angelic. You look like a touch me not plant. Nobody wants to, even shout at you, because you'll end up crying. You've got such a beautiful energy. Pile number 3, you're so sweet. My goodness. Okay. You're all about love. Let me tell you that. There are, people who are in love with love are considered to be naive, but they are one of the best people that you're ever going to meet in your life, because they have so much to give, and they mostly don't get the same amount of love in return, which end up, they end up getting hurt because of that, but then still they choose to give, because this is something that comes very naturally to them, and you are that kind of a person, and you are on this planet to just, give love, to just be love. You are love. You are a walking ray of hope, sunshine for a lot of people. You are that kind of a person who is going to give smile to a stranger. If you're at the grocery store and there is, kind of an old man or a woman who needs some kind of help, you will be the first person who's going to, approach them, and you are going to help them out, because all of this comes naturally to you. This is how God has made you. This is how you are. This is what you're all about. And that is how people are seeing you. You are too good to be true, but you are in reality just the way you are. So it gets very difficult for people to digest the fact that there can be somebody who's as good as you, but then it's their problem and it's not yours, because you will get a lot of people in your life who are going to doubt your niceness, and you're also going to get a lot of people in your life who are going to appreciate you for who you are. So always be on the lookout for those who appreciate you, and who don't appreciate you, it's their loss. You be you, all right? So I just don't want you to lose your essence just because people don't appreciate you and stuff like that, because you are very, very important, not for a lot of people. Not just for a lot of people, but for this entire planet. We need people. We need more people like you. You're very, very precious, pile number 3. Okay? Now, people are seeing you to be somebody whom they want to have a relationship with. People are seeing you to be somebody whom they would like to get romantically involved with. At this point of time, people are seeing you to be somebody who has the potential to become their next girlfriend or boyfriend. People are seeing you to be somebody whom they would like to kind of go on a date with and explore if things are going to work out and stuff like that. People are seeing you to be somebody, as I told you before, you are, a love bomb. You just give love, get love. You are full of love, all right? Your quota of love is always a 10 on 10. And people are seeing you to be that kind of a person who loves himself or herself a lot. So there's a lot of self-love to your energy, and because there's a lot of self-love to your energy is the reason that you're able to give love so freely, which makes your energy so rare and so damn beautiful. You have a lot of white light around you and you're very, very pure, pile number 3. Oof. I really love your pile. I swear. Like, this is my favorite pile. Being biased. I mean, I'm being biased, but then it is what it is. People also are seeing you to be somebody who's very honest, who's very, see, your reading doesn't have a lot of layers, all right, because it is just very to the point. So there's no point of me exaggerating because the messages are kind of getting repetitive. But the fact is that you are a pure soul, okay? And you're an old soul. You have been through your SHIT, you have been through a lot. And you have been through the period of release, you have been through the darkness, and it is out of darkness that has emerged that kind of a person who's so gentle, who's always ready to give to people. So there are 2 types of people you'll get in your life. So when somebody goes through a tough phase or, you know, bad times in their life, everybody does, okay? This is a part and parcel of everybody's life. Sooner or later, everybody is going to go through certain things in life which are going to throw them off balance, which are going to hurt them left, right and center, which are going to be very, very devastating for them. But now you have 2 choices. Either you'll come out of it as a person who is very humble, very gentle, very loving, very giving, very forgiving, and just because you have kind of understood how fragile life is and how much importance we give to certain things which are not at all important, so you will turn into that kind of a person who is just happy-go-lucky, very lovey-dovey, and just a walking ray of sunshine, hope, and a love bomb. That is you. And then there's another category of people who become very harsh and very cold, and they just feel that, you know, if I have been through SHIT, I will do the same to the next person, because if I had to go through this, I will make the other person go through the same, because that is going to, you know, kind of satisfy my ego. So we are all given a choice. This example was just for the fact for everybody to understand that we are all given this choice that, you know, hardships can make us sour, or our hardships can make us into somebody who's very simple, sweet, loving and caring, and that is how we're supposed to be. So my entire motive to give that example was that you have been through your, you know, your share of hardships. You have seen difficulties in life. You have been through that darkness, but you are that kind of a person who chose to be, you know, the loving soul. And that is what makes you so different and so unique. I just feel that there are a lot of people who admire you, who love you for who you are. Now, another message that I'm getting for you is people are seeing you to be somebody who loves yourself a lot. We've covered this before, but you love yourself in a way that you take care of your body. You take care of what goes inside your system. You take care of your exercise routine. You take care of how your hair looks, how your skin looks. You like to dress up. You like to get ready. You like to look good. And it is not for the world. It is simply because it brings you happiness. It brings you joy. All right? And you are that kind of a person who will always work towards what makes you happy. You are not that kind of a person who is, you know, kind of looking for any kind of validation. You are not that kind of a person, and this is what people are seeing about you. They are also seeing how you've shed your layers, how you've, you know, kind of just dismissed the way you were conditioned, because you are that stage in your life where you are wanting to speak your truth, where you have unlearned everything that you were taught while you were growing up. So for example, I mean, whatever you learned about relationships in general while growing up, you have managed to unlearn everything, and you are just creating your own reality at this point of time. You are at that stage in your life where you can be termed as somebody who's very awakened. You are an awakened human being who is not at all judgmental, who gives the benefit of the doubt freely, who likes to be in their own lane, who likes to speak their truth, who's very, very authentic, all right? And you are not at all a traditionalist in a way that, if there is a certain notion that your parents have been following for years, you're not going to follow it blindly until and unless you believe in that. Okay? You are not going to get married just because you have reached XYZ age where you should have, been married and stuff like that. You're not that kind of a person. You are very vocal. You are a very strong personality in spite of people thinking that you're very naive. You're not naive, it's just that your inner child is very alive. You are a perfect balance between, somebody who is actually living, learning, and knowing. I don't know how much sense this is making, but there are certain people around you who themselves are awakened and who see that in you, who see where you're coming from, who see where this childlike nature comes from. Because for you to have a healthy inner child and a happy inner child after a particular age, that requires work. That requires a lot of work. For you to, just be jumping around the entire house just because you're obsessed with a particular song, you need to do a lot of work to, get that kind of a high in life. And people see you to be that kind of a person, all right? And people are not actually envious of you, but they admire you. They want to emulate you. They want to be like you. So you might often, find people copying you or copying your work or copying the way you talk, the way you dress up, the way you carry yourself or the way you operate in your everyday life. That is not coming out of jealousy. That is coming out of the fact that they want to be just like you. They want to be just like you because they have put you on a pedestal. And you genuinely are somebody who should be admired, who should be respected because you're amazing. Trust me. I admire you. I respect you, pile number 3. You are just amazing. What do I say? I'm not getting any other word apart from just calling you an amazing human being, because you genuinely are, and your heart is the most beautiful thing about you. Never change that for anybody. I know you're not going to do that because that is how you are. It is not going to come to you because the way you flow in your natural state is that of love. You are a walking love bomb, right? So it's never going to change. But then you are just pure, very, very pure. People are also talking about how much you've achieved in life. And I know that somebody for sure is going to feel that, they have not done much in life to be, to be admired by so many, or for people to think that, oh my God, I've achieved so much. Achievements are not always about, you showing off the world as to what you have achieved, you can say materialistically or kind of, academically, or you don't need a solid proof to claim as to you being successful. I don't know if I was able to explain this or put this to, simple terms for you to understand, but all I'm trying to say is, after going through so much in your life, pile number 3, if you've still maintained to be that page of cups that you're being represented by, you deserve a standing ovation just for the person that you are. It is a solid achievement. I'm telling you that. Take it from me. It really is. And if people are looking up to you, if they see you to be somebody who's successful, yes, you definitely are successful. If you can maintain your calm in chaos after being through so much in life, you already are successful, because then at this point of time, pile number 3, you're somebody who's unstoppable. You will achieve all your goals because you have that in you. You have that in you, that sooner or later you are going to become that big thing that you've always wanted to. And it doesn't come easy. So the growth that you've had when it comes to your entire personality is something that is very, very difficult, and it is very, very rare to find in today's time. And you are the perfect example for that. And if people are looking up to you, they're not wrong. So stop underestimating yourself, or just stop selling yourself low. Just don't do that. Don't just, just learn. See, you're doing everything perfectly well, pile number 3. But when it comes to you receiving appreciation, I think you have a problem with that. And that is what needs a little bit of change in your life. You need to come in that energy where you're open to receiving appreciation, where you're open to receiving compliments from people, where you're open to receiving as well. I know you're a giver, it comes naturally to you, but then you have to, just be in the energy of giving people the opportunity to serve you as well. That is how you're going to balance the scales, right? So yes, people see you to be somebody who's very, very lucky. People see you to be somebody who is going to be famous. People see you to be somebody who already has a lot of respect in the society or in your community. And if you have a particular community that you're targeting, pile number 3, let me tell you, you're going to blow out in that community. People are going to look up to you. People are going to come to you because you have it in you. Wherever you're going to go, you are going to leave your mark over there. That is the kind of person that you are. And I'm not just talking about you leaving a mark professionally. I'm talking about you leaving a mark wherever you go, whoever you meet. Whosoever you've crossed your paths with in all these years, pile number 3, not a single person has found your replacement. Not a single person has been able to forget you. Because that is you, and you are rare. And that is how people are seeing you at this point of time. So maybe there are a lot of people from your past who are missing you a lot while you're listening to this reading. But that's okay. If they didn't value you back then there's no point of crying over spilled milk, right? You do you. I want you to continue with whatever you're doing, because take it from me in writing, you're going to be very, very successful. If at all you have any kind of doubt and you're kind of undermining yourself and you're just, talking yourself down in a way that, I have not done much and blah and so and stuff like that, it's nothing like that. You are somebody whom I look up to at this point of time, because your energy is so, so beautiful, pile number 3. And I just want to say that I'm sending you a lot of love. You are very, very precious, okay? So if you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya!